right, now let's talk about who's getting fired. Welcome everybody, I'm Deirdre.
I'm Darius.
We're Nights Treks. We're here at Universal Orlando Resort at Universal Studios Florida to talk about Halloween Horror Nights 2024. We're breaking down the ticket prices. We're talking about who's getting fired because there have been leaks. Somebody needs to plug the dam.
And way too many.
Way too many leaks. Who is trying to get fired? Also, construction zone or scare zone construction updates. In my head, that made sense. It didn't come out the mouth right. So we're gonna go around the park looking for updates in construction zones, lighting, trusses, anything we can possibly find, as we are just about 6 weeks away from Halloween Horror Nights 2024. We're super excited, and this video is going to help you make decisions on which ticket to buy, and some of them are already sold out. A lot of them.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yes.
This is like Oogie Boogie Bash over at Disneyland. Crazy. All right, let's get into it. We may have to take shelter. I just got 5 weather alerts on my phone.
So let's get going.
Let's get going.
All right.
All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty of Halloween Horror Nights 2024. The dates are August 30th through November 3rd, 6:30 p.m. to 2 a.m., Wednesdays through Sundays, no Mondays, no Tuesdays, and they usually start a little earlier, like around 6:10, 6:15. They'll do the opening ceremony at the front gates. So 6:30 is a rough estimate. It just depends when they get everybody pushed out of the park, scare actors into place, then they'll open it to the public. Parking is $32 right now. They may change the price in the next few weeks. Keep an eye on it. But there's a pass that comes with parking, so stay tuned to find out about that. And if you're like, oh, it's fine, I get free parking after 6 p.m. No, you don't. On Mondays and Tuesdays you do, but during Halloween Horror Nights, if there's an event that night, Wednesday through Sunday, free parking's not until after midnight, so don't count on that.
So we're heading to the back of the park because we want to see if they're going to be using this area for the queue line to some of the houses in the back. Now, in the previous years, they have done it. So I just want to see, now that they have torn things out and made this Trolls Land.
Yeah, so last year was awful. We had to walk all the way to the back and then all the way up here to the front to go to these haunted houses. It was such a long walk. So now I'm thinking we just snake through DreamWorks Land and it's gonna be great. All right, let's go ahead and go through what we've seen since we've been to DreamWorks Land. We went through Hollywood, and there's a couple of trusses in Hollywood. Also new merch for the recently released house, Insidious. It's a combination, I guess, of, oh, that thunder. It's a combination of, I guess, all the movies. I've only seen the first one. We're gonna have to catch up.
She's gonna have to catch up.
I watch the movies and then I give them a recap.
Yeah, because
Anyways.
I don't stop my game.
We walked through what's going to be probably the zombie scare zone. I don't do clowns. This guy doesn't do zombies.
I really don't do zombies at all. But we got a team member preview coming up, and I'll probably post them to our Patreon. So if you want to stay tuned for that, consider joining.
Consider joining the Patreon if you want to see Darius freak out, because he'll be by himself on team member preview night in the zombie scare zone.
I'm finding friends.
Anyway, there's a ton of stuff up in that scare zone already. We've got trusses, we've got lighting, and over by Cafe La Bamba in the back there, the outdoor seating, there's trusses there also. So we don't know if there's going to be some extra lighting, some cool theming. It's going to be really, really fun. All right, we're going to make our way through the rest of the park and try not to get stormed on or struck by lightning. Let's go.
Maybe not the lightning part. We're definitely not going to get struck by lightning.
We almost did. We almost got struck by lightning last opening day. If you were part of our live stream, I know there was like 1,000 people in there. We almost got struck by lightning. It's a thing that happens here in Florida.
If I'm able to somehow retrieve that clip, I'll put it in.
Put it in. Very flooded. Okay.
Orlando. This attraction has been temporarily suspended.
They just closed all the splash pads, all the outdoor stuff, all the rides. They're all closed. All right, let's go over ticket prices. We are going to start with just the one-day tickets. These tickets are going to, okay, it's $83 starting out, but here's the deal. In America, in Florida, there's tax. So I'm going to say the prices without tax, that way I don't have to say plus tax every single time. They range from $83 to $123 for a single day. You can also add on a single day of express starting at $150. Depends on what day you go, depends on how far into the season we are, how popular the day is. That might run you up to $240. That's just per person, per day. All right, let me just stop and get a Coke. You can also show up early. If you're not an annual pass holder, if you don't have a daytime ticket, you can show up early with a $55 ticket called Scream Early. The trick is you get in at 3 p.m. You have to be in a holding area, a stay and scream area, by like 4:30, and they usually fill up really fast. So we always wait in line starting at like 2:30. Get in right at 3, grab a seat where we want, grab a drink if there's drinks available. There's different areas all throughout Universal Studios. Highly recommend Scream Early.
Try not to get there too late. Now you might be too late to get in.
They do go to capacity and then they're like, sorry, this stay and scream is full. Please try another one.
So definitely get there about an hour to an hour and a half early.
Yeah. Just ran over to the MIB store. Oh my god, it's getting bad. Okay, so let's talk about, we're gonna skip over the multi-night tickets for just a minute because that's a lot of information. We're going to talk about other stuff you can get in addition to your ticket and your express pass and your Scream Early. Once you have all of that, is there any other things you can do? Yes, you can take an RIP tour. That is HHN's version of a VIP tour. You can either do a private, big bucks, or a non-private, big bucks. They're both big bucks. Non-private means you're gonna be with other people. Private means you're paying for the entire tour. You each, no matter what, you get a tour guide. An RIP tour guide, take you to all the houses. You get express pass after or before for the rides. It's a great time if you have the money. Highly suggest doing it. You get special seating in the shows, front of the line access. It's really cool. Also, if you're here during the day and you want to add a little spice to your life and you want to see how they make the Halloween Horror Nights come to life and inside the houses with the lights on tour, you can do the Behind the Screams tour. You can pick 3 houses or 6 houses, fair warning. If you choose the 6 houses, you might have a repeat as we saw last year. But lights on, you can take a couple of pictures in designated areas and you're just gonna see behind the screens how they make the houses.
One of these days, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
On our fish and chips and maybe some sticky toffee pudding. We're going to talk about all the different ticket package, like multi-night tickets that you can get. A lot of these are already sold out. They sold out within, what, a day?
Yeah, I was real shocked to have that worked out.
Last year, I bought my Rush of Fear August 5th. The year before that, I bought my Rush of Fear August 5th. This year, I didn't wait. I was like, no way. I couldn't wait. Can't chance it. So, Rush of Fear, the one that I get, oh, this guy doesn't have to buy anything because he's a team member. Yeah. Anyway.
Again, team member preview coming up, so if you would like to see how that turns out,
Patreon, yeah.
Click on that link down below for our Patreon. Become a member.
Okay, I always choose Rush of Fear because that's when our friends come down, our Halloween Horror Night friends. They stay with us, we do like a whole weekend together. And I like going in the very beginning. I like seeing the beginning and how it progresses over those first 4 weeks. So I always get Rush of Fear. Rush of Fear gets you in the first 18 nights of the event. Again, I'm not going to say plus tax after every price, okay? It's $180. Now, you can get Rush of Fear with Express. It's going to get you into a house through the Express lane, one time each, every single night. So you're going to get 180 Express queues. 18 nights times 10 houses, 180 Express queues. It's going to cost you, though, $610 plus tax. I hate saying that, but yeah, anyway.
Food is made to the table. Some fish and chips. And you got the sticky toffee pudding.
Yeah. Okay, so the Rush of Fear is great and will save you money if you're going more than 2 nights in September, because it's literally the first 18 nights. You get weekends, Friday, Saturday, whatever you want, first 18 nights. So if you're going more than 2 nights, it'll save you money.
But zombies, I don't even know if I go at night.
You're gonna go. We'll be here on Wednesdays.
That's what she thinks.
All right, let's talk about the next step up, the Frequent Fear Pass. Frequent Fear is $240, and you could also get it with Express, but now you can't because it's sold out. So we're not even gonna talk about it. So right now you can just get Frequent Fear, no Express. It's gonna get you in the first full weekend, and then Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. No Fridays, no Saturdays. It's $240. I paid $180 for the Rush of Fear, but I can go every Friday and Saturday for the first 4 weeks. I mean, it just depends on when you're gonna go. If you're not coming till October, but you're not planning on doing Fridays and Saturdays, get the Frequent Fear.
Honestly, that might be the best. Little tip, the weekends are usually busier.
So busy.
Just in case if you don't know that and it's your first time coming, just expect long wait times and more little ones in the park roaming around.
Yeah. All right, the next step up is going to be Frequent Fear Plus. This is going to get you Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No Saturdays, because Saturdays are the busiest day. So this makes sense if you just don't want to come on Saturdays and you get to come the whole season. Just no Saturdays, so no worries. Frequent Fear Plus, you do get the first weekend, just no Saturdays. So it makes sense if you're coming, but you don't want to go Saturdays. That's going to run you an extra $50 at $290 plus tax. I'm not going to say that every time. I don't know why. I just keep trying to say it anyway. If you want to come every single night, you're like, I'm going to be there every night, or I don't want to have to choose when I come. I don't want to have to skip a Saturday if I don't have to work. You know, whatever you want. If you want to have the option for every single night, choose the ultimate Frequent Fear. This is going to run you $400, but you don't have to choose. You can just come whenever you want. Pop in for a little bit, pop out for a little bit, and you get an extra perk that the rest of us don't get. You get free self-parking after 5 p.m. Now, by the time 5 p.m. rolls around, it's gonna be chaos, and you're gonna wait an hour to get parked. All right, now let's talk about who's getting fired. We're in San Francisco, and there's already a ton of trusses up here for the scare zone that's going to be here, which we're not going to tell you about because we weren't supposed to know this information until July 25th. Somebody let the cat out of the bag.
This has been happening way too often lately about letting cats out of bags. Okay,
Yeah.
Apparently someone really loves cats and just let them go. So
If you love it, let it go. Okay.
oh gosh.
No, but so we got an early release on Insidious. They put out the merch and then they took it back because they weren't supposed to release the information yet. All of the scare zones, the last house, the show, that wasn't supposed to be released until July 25th. And somebody jumped the gun, published the info, and now we all know.
So but who ultimately decides to pull the trigger? Because you would think okay, we're about to go live in 3, 2, 1, right?
I know, and the date on it said 07/25/2024. So how could you make that mistake? It's not that date yet. So
unless someone really just didn't care anymore about the job. It was like, I'm going to expose everything.
middle fingers out the door, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't know what their thinking was on that. But yeah, somebody's fired. But now we know everything. But we're not going to tell you until the 25th. We're not going to be those guys.
Yeah.
You can go find it for yourself, though, if you're really curious.
Google that stuff.
All right, that's been our trek around Universal Studios. We did see a few trusses, but nothing in New York yet, so...
Not yet.
Not yet. But San Francisco's coming along good. They got the whole four corners going, so... Yeah. Yeah, so slowly but surely, it's getting it together. We're going to have HH in here before you know it. And stay tuned for next week's video, tips and tricks on how to prepare and what to bring and all that good stuff. And we've got a lot of tips for you.
A lot.
We'll see you next week. Thank you so much for trekking with us. If you want to help support the channel, become a patron, link down below, and we'll see you real soon. Bye!